Good evening. Welcome to this guided meditation session at Vajrayana Institute. And I'm Wai Cheong, and I'll be leading you over the next hour in two guided meditations. And I thought today we can explore the theme of support in our meditation. In the first meditation, as usual, we're going to do Tao meditation on I call calm abiding, where we emphasize learning how to calm our body and mind of the various different disturbances, agitations, tensions, so that body and mind can really abide peacefully, blissfully in meditation. And in order to do that, we need to provide some support for the body, support for the mind. And especially when we feel supported, then we are more likely to settle down, to let go of our anxiety, our agitation, and only then will we be able to truly abide in peace and in contentment in this moment. So I thought it would be good to, especially in this day and age, to explore this particular topic. So first meditation, support. So if I were to run through my usual 3-step process for meditation and look at in each of the steps, where does support come in? It's a very practical thing. What sort of posture you're going to adopt in this next few minutes, your meditation, and in that posture, what is supporting your body in that posture? So, especially these days when you are at home or wherever you are in the privacy of your own place, I really recommend you to adopt a supine position. Lie down on a firm surface, maybe on a yoga mat on the floor, on the ground, or if you have a firm bed or a long lounge, try lying on your back and really allow the support, whatever it is you're lying on, or if you're sitting, whatever you're sitting on, to support your body. And this is on that support we release the weight of our body, the weight of particular parts of our body, and according to Newton's law, actions and reaction. As you rest the weight on the support, as that force is force of the weight of your body is resting, there is equal and opposite force arising from that support, and that force hold your body up, uphold you, allowing the body to feel supported, to feel balanced, to feel safe. So that is the first. There's support in relation to the first step. Second step is, as usual, we want to really help body and mind to transition into meditation. Emphasizing this idea of release. Is it possible for me, for my body to release the unnecessary tensions and tightenings, for the mind to release the agitations or the ruminating thoughts? So again, it's about support, finding support. In this case, I often emphasize returning our attention to our own body, to really feel and be in touch with our own body, the sensations of the body, with just a light touch, no need to put too much effort in, just to reconnect body and mind, and allow the body to make its natural adjustments. Maybe the body feels that I'm well supported, and therefore there's really no need for me to be so tight, so tense. Some of those areas of tensions are quite unnecessary, and that really, and that is ready to release them, to let them go. Yeah. The third step, actual meditation. I'm going to use my favorite object of meditation or support of meditation, which is the breath. And here we can really test out, is it possible for us in this meditation to rest our attention on that support, on the breath. For no other reason, just the fact that it's a time to chill, to give the mind a chance to let go of all the busyness of thoughts, or the worries, or the concerns, or the agitations, which most probably will arise, and that's perfectly normal to find our mind caught up in thoughts, lost in thoughts. Also, maybe there are certain emotions and feelings. But is it possible when we notice that to invite our attention, to put aside the thoughts, the ideas, or memories, and just return our attention and allow it to rest on the breath? Just allow the breath sensations to come into awareness and rest your mind on it. So the breath, as a support of meditation, is a resting place where we can return our attention to. And it's a very simple thing. We just have to notice the breath and almost allow us to just enjoy the soothing sensations of the breath, which is ever changing, flowing in and out. And so see if we can, in this meditation, test out this idea of finding support for yourself, for your body and mind in meditation, and allowing them to rest on that support, and see if that can really help us find a sense of, as we feel supported, there is a greater chance for us to find a sense of safety, a sense of relaxation, of release, and maybe we may even find our way into a sense of calmness or stillness in this meditation. Right? So let's give that a try, and I'll guide you through it. And just take a few moments and adjust your posture. I just need to switch off my phone. And really find a posture that is most supportive of you. Now ring this bell to signal the start of the first session of meditation. So settle your body into whichever meditation posture you have adopted, taking care that you allow your back, your spine to be as comfortable as possible. Upright if you are sitting on a chair, sitting on the ground. And straight if you are lying down, lying on your back. Just take care that the entire length of your spine feels comfortable and it is well supported. Rest your hands and arms in whichever way is most comfortable for you, that will allow your shoulders to be relaxed. And feel free to close your eyes completely if that's helpful. Of course, you are most welcome to leave your eyes open or half open, or whichever works best for you. I invite you in your posture to become aware first of sensations coming through from beneath you, coming through from or at the points of contact between your body and your seat, your body and the ground. See if you can allow your body to feel that it is resting on something firm, stable, and solid. A very firm, stable, and solid support. And as that message gets through to your body, to your mind, the fact that your body is well supported in the posture, well balanced and safe, this will really facilitate a natural process of unwinding, of loosening up of your body. Gradually, in its own time, you will find that your body can let go of some of those unnecessary tightening and tensions, and you can settle down comfortably into the posture. So that's the first step, acquiring a seat for your body in meditation. And for the next few minutes, I'm going to invite you to return your attention to your own body as a way to facilitate body and mind to shift gears, to transition into meditation. And as we reconnect our body and our mind, as we become aware of the simple sensations in the different parts of our body, this will really help the body to make adjustments. As the body feels well supported, you can start to let go of more and more of those unnecessary tensions and contractions. So let's start at the crown. See if you can gently rest your attention at the crown, the topmost part of your body, and see if you can let into your awareness any sensations there. Sensations of tingling, of warmth or coolness, a slight sense of pressure, or maybe nothing at all. So just open your awareness and allow in sensations at the crown. With a light touch, without much effort, reconnect your attention with your own body. And then we allow our attention to flow like water from the crown, first forward into the forehead, down the rest of the face, so that we become aware of sensations at our own face. Notice whether are you unconsciously tensing up the muscles of your face. Are you tensing the muscles of your forehead, those of the jaw, those around the eyes? And is it possible to release some of those tension and to invite a feeling of softness into your own face? If you do notice that your mind gets distracted during this process and throughout the meditation, see if you can regard that as perfectly normal. It's a normal thing for your mind to do that. Just invite your attention to come back to your own body and continue with the meditation. How about sensation in the rest of the head, the sides of the head, the back of the head, and maybe even inside your head? And then moving downwards into the neck, do you notice any sensations in the muscles of your neck, sensations at your throat? Just a light touch without much effort. Welcome back into your awareness of the simple sensations within your body. Feel free to move at your own pace. You don't necessarily have to follow my pacing. Check in on your shoulders. How are your shoulders feeling today? Notice sensations at the top of the shoulders, at the front, at the back. Sensations at the shoulder joints. And if you do notice unpleasant sensations here, since quite often a lot of us store quite a bit of tension in our shoulders and neck, which is difficult to release immediately. See if we can just acknowledge those unpleasant feelings and just let them be for the moment. Let's continue at your own pace. down both arms at the same time, noticing as we go sensations in our upper arms, simple sensations, subtle sensations, nothing fanciful. The touch of fabric against the skin, sensations in the muscles, sensations at the joints. Notice sensations at both elbows. And we continue into the forearms, past the wrists, into both hands. Notice sensation in the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, sensations in our fingers, all the way to the fingertips. And see if we can give permission and rest both arms so that they are comfortably supported by their support. And don't feel that you need to tense up your arm muscles to hold them up in any particular way. Invite our attention back to the chest. Each time we notice our attention is distracted elsewhere, all we need to do is to acknowledge that and just invite our attention to come back here and now to our own body. Notice sensations at the chest, the movements associated with the breath. Maybe we notice the beating of the heart. And see if you can notice also sensations at your back, the upper back, the middle back. Moving downwards with our attention, notice sensations in our abdomen, the surface, within our abdomen. Sense the various organs here, including sensations coming through from your back, the middle back, your lower back. Our sensations of warmth and coolness, tingling, pressure, touch, all the different tactile sensations to come back into your awareness. And then we allow our attention to gather in our pelvis. Really notice sensations at the pelvic region where powerful muscles are gathered and present. Sensations of the various organs here. And especially the sensation of resting the weight of our pelvis comfortably on its support, on our seat, on the ground. And allow our body to feel supported by the seat, by the ground. So much so that we feel comfortable to release the weight of the pelvis comfortably on its support. And whenever you feel ready, let's allow our attention to continue down both legs at the same time. Starting from the hip joints, become aware of sensations in your upper legs. Notice simple sensations at both knees, into our lower legs, to the ankles, and eventually arriving at both feet, so that we become aware of sensations coming through from the soles of our feet, the top of our feet, as well as sensations within the toes. Now that we have reconnected our attention, our mind with the body, see if you can allow into your awareness all these changing sensations of the body, the sensations of the breath, and most importantly, let in the feeling of support into your awareness of how your body is comfortably supported by the seat, by the ground in this posture, and that you can rest the weight of your body on that support. And then with the third step, the actual meditation, here we are going to give our mind a support. In this case, the simple breath sensations flowing in and out. See if you can attend to the sensations of the breath in your own body. You may notice sensations of the breath around the nostrils, the subtle sensations of air flowing in and out of your body. Or some of us may notice sensations of the breath at around the chest area, a feeling of expansion and contraction with each breath. And others may notice sensations at the abdomen rising and falling. Let these simple sensations of the breath be a support for your mind, for your attention, a resting place that you can invite your attention to come back to for the rest of the meditation. Simply reconnect with the breath sensations, rest your attention on it, and see what happens. Coming back to the breath, resting your attention on the simple sensations of the breath. Test out using the breath as a support for your attention, as a support to help your attention to put aside the different thoughts, concerns, the different things that pop into your mind, your awareness. Without getting frustrated about them or upset, simply invite your attention to come back here and now and rest it on the breath. Breathing out, if you like, you can even make use of that opportunity of the out breath to deepen the sense of release. So I'm going to keep quiet for the remaining few minutes of this session, meditation, and invite you to take this opportunity to rest your attention on the breath. And as you breathe out, to deepen the release, releasing all things unhelpful, unneeded, and see what happens. Okay, so well, you have a little break. We're good to stretch a bit. I want to introduce the next meditation. So I started saying that it would be good to explore the topic of support. Another way of understanding support for ourselves, especially coming from the Buddhist context, is we can explore the topic of refuge. Refuge is an important topic in Buddhism, and we Buddhists are said to go for refuge, or in the sense that we rely on the Buddha, his teachings, and the community of fellow Buddhist practitioners. So refuge is actually another way of saying support. We are supported by the teacher, by like-minded people around us. We're supported by the teaching about truth, about reality. And I took that idea and I come up with this meditation, which is not so much looking at refuge, not limited to a religious context, even in a non-religious context. In our daily life, we rely on different things. Could be people, could be different objects, could be different activities, which is we rely on them to support us, especially when we are confronted with difficulties, confronted with quite often something to do with feelings, a lot of unpleasant feelings, uncomfortable feelings, feeling of loss, feeling of restlessness. And we find that we reach out for our so-called objects of refuge. Mine comes in the form of a bag of, huge big bag of potato chip, and then almost endless streaming of, let's say, videos on the internet. Yeah. In fact, the Wi-Fi is a very important support these days when most of us have to stay at home. So I thought it would be good to explore in a kind of a guided imagery where we explore our own objects of refuge. And a lot of those objects of refuge or activities of refuge, people will consider them as distraction. We are distracting ourselves from what is stressful to us or distressing us. And that is fine, distraction, avoidance. Like, for example, comfort eating, binge watching TV series, even mundane activities, enjoyable activities, reading a book, and so on. All these are things that we rely on to support us when we face challenging time, difficult time. So why not? And of course, not all of the so-called objects of refuge that we rely on are really that good for us. Some are pretty destructive, like, for example, substance abuse. But nonetheless, I think it's important to become aware of this, our most usual objects of refuge, and most importantly, to really get a feeling of that sense of refuge. How does it feel like, to make it real, to become aware of it, especially when we are well supported in our life, by people, by other physical objects, and so forth. Right. So let me just describe briefly how we're going to do it, this meditation. I'm going to start off. We take some time to settle in. And I first of all invite you to think of a place, an environment, which is a place of refuge for you. So it can be any environment. It could be a place that maybe it could be where we are now at. The environment. I'm focusing first on the environment. What are there in that environment? And this environment could be real or imaginary, could be present in this moment, or could be of the past. So by the power of your imagination, recreate the environment of support and refuge for you, a place where you feel at peace, where you feel safe, where you feel protected. So that is the starting place. And then in that environment, I invite you to visualize a shelter or home, our home, our apartments, our house, whatever it is, it's a place of refuge, a place where we call home, and within it we have strong associations, of being protected, of feeling safe. May not be after being cooped up in one for quite a few weeks, but nonetheless, very positive association. So a shelter or dwelling within that safe environment. You can visualize it. And then I'm going to ask you to populate your dwelling, your shelter with objects, people, and also visualize yourself engaged in activities that are supportive, that you rely on in your daily life for that sense of refuge, the sense of protection, the feeling of safety and being well supported. So you can include in this visualization the people that you rely on around you, I don't know, religious or otherwise. Could be what are the objects that we reach out for. Try not to be too judgmental, and instead think of it as letting into your awareness the kind of things that we do rely on in our daily life. So I may have a pantry full of potato chips. Why not? Yeah, not necessarily the best. Of course we can evaluate them, but first of all, let that into our awareness. And what sort of activities some people may do as a support for them, as a refuge. Some people may exercise, other people may play computer games. And at the end of the meditation, as you are surrounded, as you are in an environment of refuge, you are sheltered in dwellings of protection, and you're surrounded by your most usual object of refuge, I'm going to invite you to really allow yourself to be there or to be here, and to let into your own awareness. What does it feel like, to have such a refuge? What are the feelings that is associated with it? What are the thoughts? And to see whether you can appreciate the wonderful good fortune when we can lay claim to say that, oh, I have a place of refuge. I have a dwelling of refuge. I'm surrounded and supported by all these different objects of refuge. That's what I have in mind. So let's give it a try and see what comes out of it. Yeah. So take a few moments, settle back into your meditation posture. I'll just ring this bell to signal the start of our second session. So once again, settle your body back into your meditation posture, one that is most supportive of your body in meditation, making sure that your back is as comfortable as it can be. Give your body some time to find its way into that posture. Allow the body to feel that it is supported by the great earth, the ground, supported by qualities we associated with the earth: stability, firmness, solidity, so that it can trigger a natural process of unwinding, of loosening up once again, allowing the body to set aside any areas of tension and discomfort, and find its way to settle down comfortably into that posture. To help body and mind once again to transition to meditation, let's make use of our breath. We can start with a few deep breaths, breathing in and out deeply, and remember to release on the out breath. Allow our breath to settle back to its natural rhythm. And for the first few minutes of this meditation, see if we can invite our attention to come back and rest on the breath, with the breath as a support, and pay special attention to the out breath, and see if we can, as we breathe out, remind our body and mind that they can release. There may be some of those discomfort in the body, the tension, some of the thoughts or images that pop into the mind unrelated to the meditation. Maybe all of these things can just flow away with the breath. So coming back to the breath, invite your attention to reconnect with the breath sensations. And on the out breath, see if you can deepen the sense of release. Release the body into the posture. Release your mind and attention so they can come back here and now and fully engage with the breath sensations. Throughout the meditation, from now onwards, see if you can welcome into your awareness any pleasant sensations, however subtle it may be, a slight feeling of relaxation, the easing up of some of the tension or pressure, any interesting sensation of tingling, vibration, and any pleasant feelings of safety, of rest, of ease, and comfort. Welcome them into your meditation. Attend to them while they're here, and make them a part of your meditation. And also we can acknowledge any areas of discomfort, any unpleasant feelings that might still be here. We acknowledge them without feeling frustrated or upset by them. But really see if you can highlight anything pleasant that come out of your meditation. So the breath can be your support for the rest of the meditation. You can come back to it at any point of time if you feel the need to. And now we turn our attention to the actual meditation in the form of a guided imagery where I invite you to imagine or visualize. Starting off, see if you can imagine yourself in a place of refuge, an environment where you feel at peace, where you feel safe and protected. And really take a few minutes to bring forth this visualization of such a place for yourself. What do you see? What can you hear? What can you sense and feel in such a place? What are the different objects in this place of refuge for you? So coming back to the meditation on refuge, objects of refuge in our life. You may even want to imagine yourself walking around, taking a good look at this place of refuge. Note and take in the sights, the sounds, if possible, smell, tactile feeling in this place. See if you can really wonder, if nothing come to mind, what sort of place will you come forth or arise within your mind in which you feel really at peace, at ease. You can feel relaxed, free from danger. And while you are at it, see if you can visualize or imagine a dwelling in this place of refuge, a shelter, which can take any form that you like. Nonetheless, a place where a shelter which can shelter you from rough weathers, within which you feel protected, you feel at ease, and you can relax. So what sort of dwelling, what sort of shelter will you bring forth or imagine in this place of refuge of yours? Once again, to help with your visualizations, imagine, take a walk around this dwelling, this shelter. Try to let in as much details as you can without stressing out over it. You can recollect from memories a dwelling, a place where you actually live in or stay in, or you can just imagine one. And most importantly in this meditation is to let into your awareness any positive feelings we associate with such a place, with such a shelter. And then within such a shelter, I invite you to populate it with other objects of refuge, which can be people, real or imaginary, those that may be present in your life or has passed on. Invite them back into your dwelling. What other objects of refuge you find yourself relying on in your daily life to give you the sense of support, protection? And if you do come up with something abstract, like the idea of love, I invite you in this meditation to make it more concrete. Symbolize love in a more concrete way, in the form of particular people, particular interactions you may have with them, or in certain objects that are strongly associated with love for you. And place those objects, those people, in your meditation, in your dwelling, in your shelter, in your place of refuge. Coming back to your place of refuge, as you explore your own objects of refuge, see if you can refrain from being judgmental or critical of your choices in life, and try not to exclude other objects of refuge that you feel are not good enough, and only admitting what you think is holy or proper. Instead, see this as an exercise in awareness, becoming more and more aware of all the different objects of refuge that we actually rely on in our daily life. And as you continue exploring your objects of refuge in your place of refuge, I invite you to settle yourself in the midst of that place among your objects of refuge. As you continue to explore them, also let into your awareness the feelings that you associate with refuge, the feelings that are invoked when you are with those people, when you are relying on those objects, when you are dwelling in your shelter at the place of your refuge. See if you can let into your awareness a semblance of those feelings. Could be feeling of safety, feeling of rest, feeling of being at ease and comfortable, feeling at peace or contented. Or maybe you notice the absence of anxiety, absence of fear. Coming back to the meditation, allow yourself to rest in and among your objects of refuge, people, objects, and activities that you have relied on in your life to support you, to see you through difficult times, to deal with unpleasant, uncomfortable feelings. Allow yourself to feel the sense of refuge that you have within yourself. And see if you can also take this opportunity to appreciate the good fortune of having found refuge in your own life. And then finally, we let go of visualizations. We imagine all the images, all the feelings that come forth from within our own mind and heart in this meditation. And it is through that mind and heart they all return and they will be with us. And we dedicate anything positive that come out of this meditation. Be mindful that not everyone in the world is that fortunate, that many among us are still seeking refuge. They're still facing fear, danger, anxiety. And we dedicate anything positive, the positive energy and momentum that come out of this meditation, dedicated towards oneself as well as others, that may all of us be able to find refuge and support in our life, that we may be able to find happiness and the causes of happiness, and be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and I hope some sense of support and refuge will stay with you, and till we meet again next week. And please keep well and stay safe. And I'll see you next Wednesday.